What's happened recently is that I took all the experience and success, that I had with my certification exams. I put it all together in a blueprint now, and it's available to you and anyone else who wants to get certified. It's called Secrets of Certification Success. Pass your first exam in 40 days or less. Just recently got this published in May of 2011. It's available in electronic format on the Kindle, on Amazon.com, on the Nook, for BarnesandNoble.com. It's also available in other formats on books.google.com. But now I've got even better news. Secrets of Certification Success has now been turned into a 7-week course in an exclusive partnership with Solartech. The goal of this course is to prepare for, take, and pass your first IT certification exam. In this process of 7 weeks, we will be going through the 21 steps which are outlined in Secrets of Certification Success, and we will be attempting or setting a goal of passing our first exam within 40 days. Here's going to be the agenda for the 7 weeks. In week 1, we'll review a little bit the benefits of certification, and then I'll be talking about some mistakes to avoid when you're going for your certification. And one of the major things that we're going to do in that first week is help each person build their own customized IT certification plan. We're also going to be identifying and gathering our resources together, and there's going to be a lot of work for you during each week to get prepared and get ready to take your exam. So there's going to be homework, and it's something that you should be prepared for. I would estimate that you will need about 10 to 12 hours a week to be able to put in order to successfully prepare for your exam. In week 2, after we've actually lined up what exam you're going to be taking, I'm going to be showing you how to use your content book for that particular exam. I'll show you how to use the practice exam drills, and also how to use the video that we're going to be using in conjunction with your preparation. Everybody's going to be using a content book, and this is where you're going to be reading and just preparing yourself information-wise for your exam. A lot of times I'm going to recommend that we use these exam cram books. The reason why I recommend them is they are geared specifically towards passing the certification exams. Now, the content books are very good to help you prepare for exams, but they're not really sufficient in and of themselves. That's why the second component that we're going to bring into play here for your preparation are practice exams. And we'll be using the practice exams that are available on self-test software. These exams very closely resemble what you will see on your exam when you take it at a testing center. The last component that I'm going to show you and how to coordinate this into your preparation are videos. And I'll be showing you a site where you can actually watch video related to an entire exam for only $30 a month. You can actually buy the video if you want, but I'm going to suggest, in order to economize a little bit, that you just sign up for just $30 a month, and this is going to be a very valuable component of your preparation. When we come out of the end of the session for a week 2, we're also going to lay out and schedule the first 5 steps in your preparation, so that when you go home that week, you will be executing your plan for steps 1 through 5. Okay, and we'll get into when we actually take the course as far as what those steps really are. In the 3rd week, after you've now been working with the content book, the practice exams, and the video for a week, we're going to do a progress review. We'll do some question and answer. And then what I'm going to show you how to do is use your practice exams in learning mode. This will be one of the most important pieces of your preparation. Learning how to use the practice exams in learning mode. It's an extremely valuable tool in preparing you for your exam. At the end of this session, we will now lay out the next 5 steps, steps 6 through 10, and then in that coming week, you're going to execute that plan. So that's going to be, again, working with your content book, working with the practice exams in learning mode, and again, working with the video. When we come back after the 3rd week, on week 4, we'll again do a progress review, some questions and answering. And at this time, now you've been working on your preparation for a few weeks. So we're going to take a little time to assess any weaknesses that you may have noticed as you were preparing for your exam. For instance, if you were getting questions in one certain area wrong frequently while using the practice exams in learning mode. We'll talk a little bit about working hands-on and where you might want to line up some additional tools to sort of beef up your strength in any areas which are weak. Some of you may want to think about possibly picking up, for instance, if you were trying to get certified in SQL Server, you can pick up a very cheap edition of SQL Server. This is actually SQL Server 2008. And you could actually work with the product, practice with it, and get very familiar with the interfaces in SQL Server. Interfaces are a very important component of the Microsoft exams. So they are something that you need to be familiar with. Also, I didn't mention it before, but as you're going through these, your preparation for these exams, really you should already be working with the product or technology in which you are attempting to get certified. And Microsoft recommends that you should be working with the product anywhere from 6 months up to 2.5 years. At the end of week 4, we're going to lay out steps 11 through 15. We're assessing our weaknesses, maybe adding in some extra products to help us, and then we're going to go home that week and we're going to execute that plan for steps 11 through 15. And now here we are, we're closing in on our goal, week 5. At this time we're going to come back, do some progress review, Q&A, and the most important thing that you're going to do in this step is that you are going to schedule your first exam. Dun, 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 dun. Don't be afraid. And also, after we do that, I'm going to show you how to use the practice exams in certification mode. When you use the practice exams in certification mode, that very, very closely resembles what you will be seeing, and even the mode in which they operate very closely resembles or simulates what you will see on an actual Microsoft certification exam. So we'll get into that and I'll show you how to use that. We're going to lay out our schedule now for the final steps. And by the way, this is now going to be a 2-week process. So you're going to execute your final steps, which are steps 16 through 21. Step 16 is to actually schedule your exam. Then you're going to be going through the remaining steps, And then, very last step, step 21, you're going to take and pass your IT certification exam. So after week 5, we're going to take 2 weeks again to do our preparation and actually take our exam. So we're going to come back 2 weeks later and we're going to see how we made out. Did we have a success, which I'm hoping most of you will, or possibly you might have had failure. And of course, there's nothing wrong with having tried and failed your first time. Remember, that's what I did. But I kept going, and after that, I had a lot of great success. So whether you succeeded or failed, we'll talk about planning your next steps. And then lastly, we'll talk about capitalizing on your certification. This is a special offer with SolarTech. At this time, there's also a very special pricing that's available. It's also a limited engagement. There's only so many places I can be at one time in order to teach these classes, and there is limited availability. Over the 7-week course, you will be personally mentored by Dwyer, that's me, for the entire 7-week course. What you need to do is call SolarTech at 1-877-SolarTech, and you can get the pricing and the class times coming up. Good luck.